Princess Amelia isn't just trending, she's being watched, marketed, and monetized at a scale most 16-year-olds can't even imagine. But behind every viral clip and exaggerated skit is a teenager navigating an adult world without adult protection. From her provocative content to her brother's uncomfortable on-screen presence, this isn't just influencer drama. It's a cautionary tale about what happens when fame moves faster than maturity, and no one steps in to slow it down.
She does a lot of dancing, a lot of TikTok, a lot of fashion stuff, and I thought, what's the issue? It's just a young girl, who's into makeup and edgy fashion. She dances and collaborates with other TikTokers and influencers online. I was like, what's the issue? And then I realized this girl is only 16 years old. That was the issue. Children are growing up so fast these days, right? It's almost impossible to make some children not wear makeup, be very obsessed with fashion and revealing clothes. It's impossible. Of course, there are a lot of people fighting back online, a lot of people advocating to stop this type of behavior, this type of marketing. Her channel, in my opinion, is an absolute breeding ground for PDH, PMD,
PDF.
PDH.
Amelia Wu began uploading videos at 14. She started like many teens. Casual, goofy content meant for her friends and a few curious viewers. But within months, her follower count exploded. TikTok loved her, YouTube promoted her, and Amelia, or at least the version of her the internet created, became a sensation. The content that fueled her popularity was simple but strategic. Flashy hauls, relatable arguments, and a persona that thrived on being chaotic, loud, and unapologetically spoiled. The performances were edited to perfection. And just like that, she wasn't just Amelia. She was Princess Amelia, the spoiled sister with luxury tastes and zero filter.
Yo, you literally look like that one girl on Instagram.
What?
Both sister.
She played the part well, too well. What began as a joke evolved into her identity. And the deeper she leaned into the role, the more the internet rewarded her. But very few stopped to ask if she was okay. The spoiled sister image wasn't just a quirk of Amelia's personality, it was crafted, edited, and sold. And her brother, Thomas Wu, was a key figure in building it. Thomas, a YouTuber and semi-professional boxer in his mid-20s, had his own channel. But Amelia quickly became his main character. He gave her the label. He amplified her voice. He directed the skits. It didn't take long before most of their content revolved around their sibling dynamic, exaggerated for laughs and likes. Their videos followed a pattern. Amelia overreacts, Thomas lectures, chaos follows. Fans ate it up. But the formula that made them famous also turned Amelia into a character she couldn't turn off. The more views they got, the more extreme her behavior became. And with every new video, the boundary between who she was and who she was pretending to be became harder to see. This wasn't just content anymore. It was branding. And the star of the brand was a teenager still figuring out who she really was. Amelia's content is colorful, fast-paced, and undeniably entertaining. She blends high-energy challenges with exaggerated fashion, and her clips often go viral within hours of being posted. On the surface, it looks like typical Gen Z content, trendy, chaotic, and carefully choreographed to be shareable. But what makes Amelia's videos so clickable is also what makes them problematic. Her presentation, her styling, even the way she poses and speaks, all of it feels far older than 16. And she's not just posting for her peers. Her audience includes adults. Some are harmless fans, others are not. This isn't a moral panic about teens on the internet. It's a valid concern about how easily content platforms allow minors to be placed in adult spaces. And Amelia's content, whether intended or not, often invites that attention. Then there's the younger side of her audience. The 13-year-old girls who mimic her looks, her attitude, her humor. Amelia isn't just influencing them, she's shaping their sense of self.
Hi, wait, I'm 13 and just started high school this year. The amount of girls at my school that look up to role models like Ice Spice and other 18+ creators is crazy. They even try dressing up as that they're in the same grades as me and the same age. One came in decent clothes, then shortly after changed in the school bathroom, came back with tight jeans on and a shirt which she turned into a crop top for some reason. And she loved the attention she got from the boys. It's really sad to see young girls look up to these types of people and later in the future they'll regret it.
In the age of influencer culture, identity isn't discovered, it's modeled. And Amelia, knowingly or not, has become a template. The problem isn't that she's being watched, it's that the people watching her aren't always who they should be. When a child becomes a social media celebrity, the adults around them have two choices: protect or profit. In Amelia's case, the line between those two roles seems almost non-existent. Her guardians see the content, they approve the wardrobe, they benefit from the sponsorships. And through all of it, they remain curiously silent. No public statements, no pushback, no sign that anyone is questioning what this all means for her future. Some call it trust, others call it negligence. Because when your daughter is being monetized, your son is helping produce it, and no one steps in to say, this is too far. It's no longer about content. It's about responsibility. Thomas Wu isn't just Amelia's brother. He's her co-star, director, and the adult most involved in curating her internet persona. As an older sibling in his mid-20s, his role should come with caution and care. Instead, his on-camera presence with Amelia has sparked real concern. Their videos, which lean into sibling banter, occasionally cross a line. Moments that appear flirtatious or physically intimate make viewers uncomfortable.
And then there's this.
They aren't just awkward, they're inappropriate. These clips aren't edited by outsiders. They're published by Thomas and Amelia themselves, which means they saw the footage. They approved it, and still, they chose to share it with millions. What might be passed off as comedy has a darker edge when there's a power imbalance and a lack of boundaries. And in Amelia's case, it shows just how little oversight exists when the cameras are rolling. 16-year-olds aren't supposed to have it all figured out. They're supposed to explore, make mistakes, and learn within safe boundaries. But when the world treats you like a brand instead of a teenager, there are no boundaries left. Amelia's persona is rewarded every time she posts. The algorithm doesn't care if she's being pushed too far. It only measures clicks. And the people around her, the ones who should be setting limits, seem more invested in keeping the machine running. There's a difference between giving a teen freedom and abandoning your role as a guide. Amelia isn't acting out. She's performing exactly what the world has taught her to be. The adults in her life didn't say no. They said, record it. The harm here isn't always obvious. It's not a scandal or a single viral clip gone wrong. It's the slow, steady erosion of what childhood should be. When a teenage girl becomes a full-time influencer, she trades curiosity for content and privacy for parasocial fame. The problem is systemic. It's about how platforms incentivize risk and how families turn into production teams. Amelia is the product, the performance, and the profit. But she's also a kid, and no one seems to be prioritizing that. This isn't about blaming Amelia. She's a teenager growing up under a microscope. Her story is not unique, and that's exactly why it matters. We live in a culture that encourages kids to brand themselves before they understand who they are. And it lets adults stand by, profit, or stay silent. In Amelia's case, the consequences of that silence are playing out in real time. So what now? It starts with accountability, with asking who benefits, who enables, and who is willing to intervene. Because if we wait for something to go wrong before we care, it'll already be too late. This isn't just a rise and fall story. It's a warning.